January 1st, we all chose a word, and my word was triumphant. So that's who I think Equations today. She's triumphant. My main focus is to get my children back. I'm currently fighting for custody of my children because I lost them due to me being unstable and unemployed. All of this I do, everything is basically for God and for my children because I'm trying to lay down also a legacy for them and other women. But I really want my daughters to really, really know you don't have to accept this. You don't have to be treated this way. You are your own person. The first time I realized that my husband was going to be violent, it was 2 weeks into the marriage. And he hit me for me turning the lights on while he was sleeping. And then shortly thereafter, I found I was pregnant with our first child. And he hit me again during my pregnancy, knocked me down over a treadmill. And I was thinking then, what kind of a man hits a pregnant woman? I kept thinking, well, if I'm nice to him, he wouldn't be angry. If I'm more humble to him, he wouldn't be angry. But he was a very angry man. And then I think about it, well, he do keep a roof over our head. He do work hard. He do try to keep the family together, internalizing. But he would take me up and down the street and I would see women with babies at the bus stop and they're raining, the baby's crying. And he said, look at that, look at that. And I didn't want that to be me. And he said, I may hit you, but I keep the bills paid. And just a lot of things he said made sense. I've learned out that abusers have all kinds of ways in keeping women or people, oppressed. And it's fear. It's fear. Well, think about married women. You don't think that, you can be homeless. I mean, you put your bank accounts with them, your savings accounts, your assets, everything is yours and his. And when they betray that trust and, decide that, hey, I'm going to close the accounts, I'm going to put you in the street. Because mine's had us evicted from our home. He parked down the street and watched the sheriff put me and his 4 children in the street like 12 days before Christmas. Didn't blink an eye. And I had been with him 13 years, hadn't worked. Everything was in his name, hadn't paid a bill. Didn't have a clue what to do. And then my children are not understanding they're being evicted. All this stuff sitting on the lawn. And I mean, I was numb, because some of my children were born in that house. I was numb. You don't know what to do with no money, no resources, no anything. And I get all of my little children looking at me like, what's next, Mom? You're homeless. You are absolutely homeless. And when I arrived here in North Carolina and I was in a shelter, and my attorney told me, he said, well, Equasia, you don't have a job, you don't have anywhere to stay. There's no judge that's going to give you your children. And so my husband said, well, I work, I'm remarried and this and that. And the judge gave him temporary custody. And he kind of gave me the nod, like, when you have things in order, we can reconvene and reconsider this motion. And it took a long time. It took, for me, 2 years. And I'm still struggling. I was asked this question one time, how did I get out of homelessness? It was a joint effort. It's hard to be stable again after being homeless. Psychologically, you're damaged. Financially, you don't have the means. So I know that my goal is to get my children. That's an inner strength that I couldn't just stay in the shelter. And this day and time, I love my life. I love being Equasia, can put her key in the door, can come to bed when she gets ready, can get up when she gets ready. So it's a sense of freedom that I've never known before. And I want other women to feel it too.